Family, it's your boy, Javian Lorenz Moore, a senior music major, vocal performance emphasis from Stone Mountain, Georgia. I currently attend Morehouse College, but as you see, I'm repping Morris Brown. Both of my parents went there. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Greek life, and I have two very special guests that are very near and dear to my heart. Both of my Spelman sisters, Kiva and Kajalin. Let's get to see them so they can introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about themselves. Kiva, how you doing today?
I'm doing amazing.
Good,
So
good,
glad to be here today.
good. Can you introduce yourself and let people know something about you and let them know what organization you're representing today?
Well, if you can't already tell, I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I am a senior comparative women's studies major, public health minor, coming to you all the way from PG County, Maryland. Pretty Girl County.
Come on. All right. Kajalin.
Yes, thank you all for having me on. My name is Kajalin Kirkland. Similar to Kiva, we are line sisters. I am a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I am a senior economics major, political science minor from Athens, Georgia.
All right. Thank both of y'all again. Man, first of all, it's good to see y'all because I haven't seen y'all in so long. For real, for real.
Yes,
It's
it's
been way
definitely.
too long. Exactly. So let's just get right into it. So since you all are both in the same organization, I'm gonna have the same question for both of you, for the first question. But I was just curious, like, and I'm sure the audience is curious as well. What specifically made you want to join your organization? Keep it, you can go first.
I'll go first. So for me, my mother is a member, and so are all the women in my life, from my aunts, my cousins. Um, Actually, back home, I live with my aunt and my cousin, who are both members, and so really, I just grew up, and that was the only lifestyle that I knew. But growing up, I had to come to love the organization for myself, and like the history of the organization, really to me just is so inspiring, and it speaks for itself almost. Not only are we the first and finest Black Greek sorority, but we also, like, when I look at the history of our founders as well, it really inspires me to know that you know, these college students, just like we were on the campus of Howard University, they had a dream. They had one dream, one wish, and that was to help women, to help Black people, to put us in a better stature than where we were now. And so I know that if they were to look at the organization and where it is now, they would just be so proud and so happy. And so I say all that to say that I would say the main reason I joined was because it really inspires me to know that every day, even as a college student, as young as I am, that it just takes, one idea, one inspiration, one amazing group of women, then you can change the entire world.
Talk that talk, sister. Talk that talk. All right, Jalen. Same question. What
Well,
made you want to be a part of your organization?
yeah, I echo a lot of what Kiva said. I can speak from a non legacy perspective. Growing up, I went to a predominantly Black elementary school, and they were good in exposing us to different aspects within the Black community, higher education. And a lot of my teachers and my principals, they were members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So they would always wear their paraphernalia. They would also just participate in community service events, but they all embodied, they were the epitome of what I wanted to be when I got older. And they embodied Alpha Kappa Alpha in the utmost way. So that first put Alpha Kappa Alpha on my radar at an early age, and just going throughout school and getting on Spelman's campus, seeing the other D9s. I really just gravitated most towards Alpha Kappa Alpha when you look at our history from the Mississippi Healthcare Project and just throughout the years. We even have our VP in office. I think that this is, of course, the first and finest organization, but we've definitely put our mouth and our money where we say it's going to go to. So I am very happy to be a part of this organization and look forward to continuing the legacy of all of our founders and members before me.
Come on now. I love to hear that. Come on. Talking about first and finest. Please don't mess it up. Don't get it confused for
Please
anything
don't.
else. Yes, ma'am. That's
Definitely not.
yeah. That's what's up. Okay, cool. So it's amazing to hear the similar reasons from both of you all, even though you all are from both different places. And the irony of y'all being my Spelman sister and being line sisters, it's just
So
it's just
crazy.
amazing. Right. It's just amazing to see that, both having a lot of people around them and in your bringing up that are part of this organization, which have shown you what the organization represents, and the things that people in this organization constantly represent, which makes you want to be a part of it. So that's amazing just to see that, man. I'm proud of both of y'all. Anyway, let's keep going. So that being said, and it's coming from your recent or your previous answer, being that you both had similar backgrounds, growing up around people that are part of this organization, did you ever at any time in your collegiate career or before feel pressured to join this organization?
I can go. I would say even though I am a legacy, I never ever felt pressured by my mother or my cousins or anyone to become a member at any point in time. Like I said before, this was something that I had to grow to learn to love myself, because I have tons of friends whose mothers are also AKAs, or whose mothers might be Deltas or Zetas or whatever, and they decide to either do something totally different or just not be Greek at all. It's something that you really have to learn to love yourself. And so I was always grateful for my mom for allowing me to to choose to go to events. And like, it was one of those things where if I decided to do this, would give me advice as I was going on and be like, okay, well, when you go to an event, you should wear this, do that. But it was never, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And I think it's definitely important that no matter what, you always have to remember, like, at the end of the day, this is a lifelong decision, and you have to really come to love this organization for yourself. Because if you do it for the wrong reasons, if you do it for other people besides yourself, again, this is a lifelong decision. So you're going to have to be stuck with that forever.
Come on now, that's the word, my sister. That's the word. Cause Jalen, what about you? Ever felt any pressure?
And again, I echo what Kiva said. Really just getting to know the organization for yourself, learning from the outside, that really helped me to make the decision to become a member. But I'll also say in my family, a lot of them are Deltas, like my cousins, aunts. So I did get a lot of, if I would have got pressure to join an organization, it probably would have been the other way. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was pressured into joining Alpha Kappa Alpha.
That's beautiful to hear. You did this because you actually wanted to do it, because you knew this is what you want to do for yourself. And just like both of you said, this is a lifelong commitment. This ain't no play place, not nothing that you can just do in college and then just hop off when you graduate. And I feel
Yes,
like
this
that's
is not
something.
this is not like the environmental club or the cooking club where you can choose to jump in and out of it. This is a lifelong commitment.
One thing that's come up in the midst of this pandemic is that people have been getting retrained, going into different careers, really making a pivot in the midst of a pandemic.
The advice I would offer to any young person that has started on a path, their pool, or they see some interest somewhere else, I would tell them, do not turn your back on that. I started off as a receptionist, $7.50 an hour. Mm-hmm. And I don't make $7.50 an hour now.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Being on the other side, as far as actually being a part of the fraternity versus wanting to be in the fraternity beforehand, what would you say? Actually, let me rephrase that question. Would you say that your outlook on your environment is different because you're actually in what you want to be in versus actually wanting to be in and not achieving that goal yet? Does that make sense?
Are you
I
basically saying
could,
like, is it what we expected it to be?
In a way, but not only is it what you expected it to be, but I'm asking like, what is the difference, if there is any difference? So,
Oh,
yes to the
okay. All
question.
right. Okay. Okay.
yeah, I'll definitely say from the outside, you're only exposed to so much, and actually being in the organization now, you're exposed to everything. But if it's I joined the organization expecting to be involved and participate in the community service and our projects. So I am doing that currently within the organization. So I would say it is what I expected. But like Kiva said, this isn't just like environmental science club. This is something that is very serious. So the work, I'll say that the work is very serious and it takes time and dedication. So
Mm.
I also agree. This is the most serious thing that I have ever been a part of. When we say this is a serious matter, we are not playing. Everything we do is for the community. It's for each other. It's for sisterhood, and those are things that we all take very, very seriously. And so I would say before. Kind of like what Kajalin said before, a lot of people, they only see the strolling. They might see a table at market. They might see the jackets. They might see the pink and green. But a lot of times they don't really know the work that goes behind it. They don't know that that's really, the more fun parts when there's a lot of like business that we actually do. And so just like Kajalin said, being that I came into this wanting to do work, expecting to do work, I definitely am. I'm serving on a few different committees that I absolutely love. And I would just say overall, I'm just very like excited that I finally like get to do the work that I've like been wanting to do for a long time. So yeah, I would say for the most part, it's definitely what I expected, but still every day because we are only 6 months in. Every day I am learning new stuff about the chapter, about the organization. It really is like a growing sort of process. And what I'm finding out from our older members is that that learning kind of never stops. Is that you're always learning new stuff, always getting new updates on what the organization is doing. So I'm also very excited for that in my future as well.
Mm. As you should. And I feel like both of y'all hit on a very important point of growing where you sow, and the fact that you both are choosing to sow into this organization, yet you see that you're continuously growing from it, is a beautiful thing to see as well. Um, old folks say, they have a saying like, once you're done learning, you're done living. And I feel like it's important for the viewers, for all of us to realize that not only in joining fraternities or sororities, but in life, that it's important to recognize that it's okay to learn, it's okay to grow. And coming back to sororities and fraternities, there should be nothing different. Like, growth is a consistent thing and growth is a positive thing. So thank you all both Thank you both for your answers on that one. And another thing that I want to get to is sisterhood, just like you mentioned, Kiva. In what aspects have you seen um, this can be directly related to your specific chapter, or it can be related to the organization as a whole. But in what instances have you seen um, the most powerful amount of sisterhood, or at which instance was sisterhood most prominent to you since you've been a part of this organization?
Wow. So I would say even before I became a member, the sisterhood of Alpha Kappa Alpha was something that has always been present in my life. Like I said before, my mother was a member. So I remember when my father passed, I just remember her line sisters and her sorors and people from her chapters from when she had lived in multiple areas, cities throughout the United States, how they would fly in and come to like help her and support her. So even
Wow.
before I was a member at 12 years old, that was something that I was exposed to, was the sisterhood. So now to be a member and to kind of be able to provide that same sisterhood for other people, it's just so amazing. And I would say, even though we are 6 months in, the sisterhood really has already impacted me in such a way. I would say there are like things on campus and like spaces that I'm able to occupy solely because my sister has put me in a position to be able to occupy those spaces. Um,
Mm.
there are times when I mean, even down to just something simple like needing a ride, like when you have somebody there who really just wants to support you and wants you to be the best you can be. There are times when, I get on the phone and I laugh with my line sister. I get on the phone and I cry with my line sister. It's just you have these people, and I'm the only child, so it's just this amount of sisterhood is something that I have never experienced before. And again, going back to the last question, this was something that I could have never dreamed to be in my life before. Like the powerful amount of sisterhood that I feel with this group of women, and I'm sure Kajalin can say the same thing.
Hmm.
Yes, I definitely agree with Kiva. I'll say going to Spelman, that's a sisterhood in one. So you have your sisters there, but being a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, that's another sisterhood that I'm blessed to be able to experience. There is a long history, like within our chapter, Mu Pi, women reaching out to me, just willing to help me more than, some people that I've been having relationships with for almost years now. Like, I find the sisterhood, especially when you look at networking, it's very powerful. They're willing to, put your name out there, put your resume out there, help you to get into rooms where you may have struggled or probably could not have gotten into without them. And then always, being out in public, seeing your soror with pink or green, or AKA Nelia, that's always amazing. You say, hey, soror, and she's willing to just stop what she's doing and talk to you for however long and catch up. So I definitely appreciate the sisterhood that Alpha Kappa Alpha has really granted me. It is a love like no other. This is something that is forever. So really appreciate just having those sisters always willing to do any and everything they can for me.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jermaine Dolly, Mr. Hello Dolly himself. And guess what? You're tuned in to Tea and Worship with my homies, Mignon and Corey. Keep it out, y'all.
Hey, y'all, it's Candy West, and you're watching Tea and Worship with Mignon and Corey.
It's your boy James Fortune, and you are watching my favorite news show, Tea and Worship, with my sis Mignon and Corey.
Hey, let's check out this park. Wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Looking at those areas of how you became who you became, and then looking at what were all the influxes that interfered with all of the stuff. We don't like to do that. That's too much work, Selena. Sometimes you have to take it in small pieces, in small fragments. You can't just run through it and say, okay, let's merrily do this work. It'll be fun. No, it's not fun work. It's painful. But we have to do it to get through it.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that as far as uh, sororities in general. My mom actually is a part of sorority Delta Sigma Theta sorority incorporated, and I was just seeing her, just like y'all saying, when you see somebody that you may have never seen before, but the fact that you have the paraphernalia on, or the fact that you have, it might be a bumper sticker or a plate, a license plate, and it had something that represents the organization, literally has organization on it. And there's like, it's amazing to see the instant connection that is there. And you just look, or you say something, and there's instant glow in the eyes. And I've definitely seen that. Not only with her organization, but with your organization as well on Spelman's campus. Definitely saw this. I've been seeing this this semester. Obviously, wish we could have seen it more, but the pandemic kind of took it away. But definitely have been seeing it on this campus. That being said, and speaking on the pandemic, do you all feel like the fact that it's all of our senior years, okay, and then the fact that, just like the point that both of you just made, you all did just join this organization 6 months ago. Do you feel like the impact of the pandemic has made it more forefront to take advantage and to um, take each opportunity that you have with your organization, or expanding your organization, or your networking in general? Do you think that it has expanded that?
I can go.
Okay.
I think it definitely has expanded. Um, when we were sent home from school last year in March, we all started using Zoom. So, like, to connect with some of our sisters that are in different states, different areas, we use Zoom. So, but also everybody is on their phone. So, I think that just forging these relationships, it is a lot more easier in this day and age, but also you at the same time you have to be intentional. We all can be Zoom fatigue, but we're always pretty much on our phone. So I think just having our sister's numbers just one call away, I think that is something that is easily accessible to us, and just setting up bonding night calls on Zoom. I think that is something that we do a lot, so we can continue to get to know each other.
Hmm.
I agree, especially about the part about being intentional. I would say that like in our organization specifically, our organization has existed since 1908 on the campus of Howard University. So changes are like that is not new to the organization. So we're constantly changing, constantly figuring out how we keep sisterhood alive, and constantly figuring out how to make sure that everybody's still safe and healthy while like maintaining sisterhood. And so for me, I definitely feel the need to take advantage of everything because it is our senior year and because we missed out on an entire year. So I'm definitely trying my best to manage like I would say going out and my schoolwork as well, because I don't want to really miss anything. I don't want to miss time with anybody, but I also know that I'm here for my degree. But it is definitely something that I think about all the time, about how to kind of manage everything while still feeling like I'm enjoying my last year at Spelman College, which is so crazy to say.
Right. Right. Yeah, and I definitely feel you about that, going out, doing homework, spending time with everybody that you want to spend time with. It can get to be a lot, because just like you said, like you really want to be, actually, I'm gonna speak for myself. I really want to be in every place at the same time. I know that's not physically possible, but it's just like so many opportunities, so many things that are like, I feel like are calling my name. And it's like, I want to be able to do everything, but it all comes from time management, balancing your schedule out. You can do those things, but just making time to do those things so you can be fully committed to it. Okay. Well, I want to say thank you both again so much for taking the time to talk to your Morehouse brother who misses you so much. I miss y'all dearly, for real. It's been way too long, man. I think I saw Jalen, the last time I saw you was literally when you joined this organization, and then Kiva, last time I saw you was before the pandemic. So it's just good to hear y'all and it's amazing, like since freshman year, see how much y'all have matured and grown, and I'm just proud of y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. No cap. Keep that going, man. Keep that going. Thank y'all once again. And since I believe we've come to the end of our time, I just want to give a little recap of everything that we discussed today. So, from today's discussion, we've recognized that you must join an organization because you want to join that organization. At the end of the day, it's only you. It's a lifelong commitment that you are committing to. So you have to keep that in mind. Don't do it for anything else other than the fact that you really want to do it. Because just like my Spelman sister said, if you do it for any other reason and you're not happy with the choice that you made, then you really shouldn't be making that choice. So at the end of the day, join something that is for you, for your development, something that is going to help you to grow where you sow, something that is going to help you to continuously learn, and something that you actually want to do. Thank you so much, family. Once again, my name is Javian Lorenz Moore. I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.